Hello again, it's Mr. James. I'm so glad you decided to come back for the writing lesson today. We're going to, as always, start with our vocabulary and then get into our right and response to reading questions. So our first word that we get to in the text is the word wager, and wager is on page 5 in your text, and it is a noun. I'm going to go ahead and read from the text here where we find wager. It says, and this is the part where Sarah is talking about him being gone. So, I shall return before you know it, Sarah. Why, I wager you and Aunt Mary will not miss me at all. So he wagers that they won't miss him. He'll be gone not very long. So he's saying sort of, I wager. And if maybe you know this word from other things, but a wager is also something you do. If you think something is going to happen, you might end up placing a bet on it. So he's betting they aren't even going to miss him. So really our definition there is bet. And you could wage something. Things could be wagered. A wage is also how much someone gets paid. Their wages is another word that comes from wager. And my sample sentence says he walked up to the betting window to place a wager on the horse. So he was betting on which horse would win the race. He went up and placed his wager. Go ahead and pause the video and write your own sentence for the word wager now. All right, and our next word that we find on page 6 is the word wondrous, and it is an adjective. Normally that OUS at the end lets us know that a word's going to be an adjective, so it's going to be describing something. And hopefully you acknowledge in there or notice within there that it sounds like the word wonder is in there, right? And if something is wonder or wonderful or wondrous, we might have an idea of what that means. Let's read the sentence to see if we can get any more information. It says, India is no place for a girl, nor is the ocean. India sounds wondrous, said Sarah wistfully. It's a barbarous place with barbarous people, mark my words. It is duty alone that drives me. So he's saying, well, India's full of barbarous people, which we said earlier was like barbaric, which means not good people, dangerous people probably. But they're sort of arguing here, and she's saying that it sounds wondrous. So if he thinks it sounds barbaric and she says it sounds wondrous, we know that wondrous is probably good because barbaric or barbarous is bad. So it's a feeling of wonder or delight, meaning she thinks it's a great place. It's a wonderful place. And you can see our morphological links there of wonder or wonderful. And so our sample sentence that I've written says, the wondrous view of the ocean overwhelmed them with joy, meaning it was just a feeling of delight, just an amazing view of the ocean, a wondrous view of that ocean. It's describing the view because that's an adjective. Go ahead and write your own sentence now. And our last word is the word pondered, and it's found on page 8. And it is a verb. It has that ed, so this is a past tense. So, of course, the word in the present tense could be ponder. And the sentence in the text says, It was better to take her chances at sea, she thought. And as she pondered, a plan came to her. She would need to act quickly. Her father's ship, the trade's increase, would soon be setting sail. So she thought, and it says she thought, and as she pondered. So it's sort of redefining the word thought as pondered, and they're very similar. And if you're pondering something, she's sort of thinking about what she should do. And so the word pondered could be thought about or considered. If you're pondering something, you're really thinking about it. You're, should I do this? Should I not? I'm pondering those ideas. I'm considering what's best. And so the morphological link there is the word ponder, the present tense verb of that. And the sample sentence says, the student sat at his desk and pondered the possible solutions to the math problem. He's considering, he's thinking about what those possible answers are. He's pondering that. You could be pondering what you're going to do this afternoon. You could be pondering what the best what the best game to play is. You could be pondering lots of things. It just means that you're thinking about or considering things. Go ahead and write your own sentence now. And our write in response to reading question says to read pages 4 through 7. So you're going to reread that 4 through 7. I know many of you are just going, oh, I don't need to do that. I don't need to reread that. You do. Go back, reread pages 4 through 7. And then you're going to use details from the text to write a paragraph describing 2 ways that Sarah and her father are alike and 2 ways they are different. So you're looking for similarities and differences. So we want this in a nice paragraph, not in a list. So you should start with a topic sentence, and that might be, Sarah and her father are different in some ways and similar in others. That would be a great topic sentence. Then you could write a couple sentences describing their similarities, a couple sentences describing their differences, and finish it up by saying, see, these are the ways they're similar and different. Pretty simple way to construct a paragraph there. So make sure you're writing in paragraph form, giving examples from the text. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you are having a great day.